Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we look at all things gaming. My name is Killjoy. Today we're going to be talking about, as you probably know, that E3 has been cancelled this year due to lots of the horrible corona. But we're going to be mainly looking at what the companies are saying, because it sounds like, as of right now, everyone's going to be doing like digital events or like things online or figuring out ways to show off games. And potentially this might be going on the same week as E3. Now, regardless of how you feel about E3, it was still kind of nice to have a week long, or at least, 4 or 5 days long worth of just gaming content for everyone. There was usually something for everyone. You had the indies, the big companies, stuff from Nintendo, Microsoft, third parties, obviously, all that kind of good stuff. But unfortunately, that isn't going to be happening this year. So, just kind of wanted to go through and show off what their companies are saying. And looking at that and basically talking about it. So we know that we've got Microsoft. I think this is a website, what we're on, CNET, is talking about the different tweets that have been put out. So I've literally gone to one website to find all of these in one place because I don't want to have to keep flicking through. But yes, it got announced a couple of days ago. And then we've got company coming out and saying various different things what they plan to do. So with Xbox, we've got Phil Spencer saying that they plan on doing a digital event. What I'd really like to see is a lot of this stuff happen in the same week with Nintendo, with Xbox, Square, Ubisoft, all these big companies that normally do it on the same sort of days or weeks. To be able to do that but still on those days would be fantastic. I know E3 themselves, or the ESA, I think whoever runs it, have said that they are looking to doing something, but it's going to be a very, very different experience. But yes, so Microsoft are looking at doing a digital event, online stuff, which I think is really the way to go at the moment. It's going to depend how well these do, because E3 may not come back in the same way ever again, depending on how well all this online stuff goes. But yes, Microsoft have got a console to show off. They need to find a place and a time to show that off. If they do it E3 week, that would be great. I'm actually really interested in what they have to show off in the games. So the fact that they are doing a digital event is really exciting. I've never really been into a lot of their first party games, but I am curious what they've got on show. So that's something I want to look into. Nintendo basically going to be doing a Nintendo Direct, I think. We'll continue to be flexible and redirect our efforts in other ways of keeping fans up to date about activities and products. We're considering various ways to engage with our fans, and we'll have more to share as the year continues. Nintendo are fine. They've been doing directs for the longest time now. The biggest change is that the tree house that they have over those few days, where they get the games that they've shown off, they get the developers in, they get them to come play them. It's indie games, this is the first party stuff. They can still do that. They can still do that in a safe way, where they can have people come into a place and they can do stream stuff from the offices, probably, at Nintendo. So honestly, Nintendo are probably going to be the least affected by this, except for the fans and the public and the media aren't going to be able to get to play these games then and there on that week. But people are happy to sit and watch Directs. I mean, people love Nintendo Directs. They've been doing it so long now, and every time one pops up, they just blow up the internet for a few days. But yeah, I think Nintendo are going to be the least affected by this, so it should be pretty interesting to see how they get on with this. We've got EA as well, saying we'll continue to follow the virus developments around the world very closely. Clearly, the situation is evolving day by day. Reviewing how it will change our plans for EA Play 2020. We'll share more soon. EA, I think, will probably do something. I don't think they'll just do a digital event, unless they do stuff with celebrities. I can see that happening. Kind of the same with Ubisoft. Well, they're saying that, let's have a look, update regarding it. The health and well-being of teams, players and partners is our top priority, and while we're disappointed, we fully support the ESA's decision. Continue to grow. We're exploring other options for a digital experience that allows us to share the exciting news we have planned. So you can see that every company is like, they still want to put out this information, and they still plan on doing it in some way. So we're probably going to get this. We're probably going to get all these big live streams that, most people like Average Joe or however is going to watch these anyway. I've never been to any of these conferences, but I like watching them online. If stuff is going on, to give you a heads up, if stuff is going on still, which it looks like it is, me and Don Hayes will probably live stream it or do videos reacting to it. So that stuff will probably be happening anyway, no matter what pops up. So hopefully, at least I'll be definitely doing the Nintendo one. I don't know about the others. If he's still up for it, which I think he is, then we'll be doing those. So any of the, if there's a Ubisoft one and there's a EA one and the Microsoft one, we will 100%, or at least I will 100% be watching them. Hopefully it'll be us both watching it together, but it's definitely something we're still going to try and look to do, I imagine. Warner Brothers also being there, new Batman and Harry Potter games. Arkham developer didn't immediately respond, so I imagine they'll find a time and a place to announce this. Because obviously a lot of companies aren't going to be that far ahead. They're probably going to have to start making changes and figuring out where to show these games off now, which is obviously difficult when you've had plans in advance, like, well, 6 months in advance probably, if not longer. Square Enix, exploring other options. It does say in this long post here that they're still figuring out what they want to do. Again, when they did the kind of the big conferences, the last couple ones, or at least the one last year, people really enjoyed. So maybe they do something like that. As again, they could just do a digital thing. I think that's all the companies on here that have been talked about. But I think what we're seeing, Devolver Digital also came out and said that they are looking to do some kind of online experience. And from what I'm seeing with a lot of these updates, the companies are genuinely sad that it's not happening. And now, again, no matter how you feel about E3 and if it's dying or whatever's happening with it, it was nice knowing that everything was just in 1 week, so you could just watch it, and it was useful and handy, and you got stuff going on all the time, and you got loads of gameplay coming out and all this fun stuff for everyone. So for me it sucks because I liked sitting down and seeing those new games announced and stuff being shown off all at once, but at the same time I feel like all these big companies, even the smaller companies, will find a way to get that message out in a fun way, hopefully. Like Nintendo have been doing it, like I said, for a while now. They're probably the one company it's going to affect the least in terms of just getting the message across. So it's a weird time, to be honest. I think this year, in terms of gaming, is going to be a strange one. Most of the events are probably going to get cancelled anyway for the next few months. So most stuff is going to have to be online only, or shown off in very small quantities to certain people, which is unfortunate, but it is how it is. So there you go, just to give you guys some kind of an update of what's going on. I mean, you've probably seen all this stuff around the internet if you're following Corona, and you're also following E3 and now seeing that it's been cancelled. But this is just kind of a place to get all that information in one kind of area. I'm sure more companies are going to come out and start saying what they plan on doing as well. But just for now, it's just a quick take on that. So that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you want to see more of this content, hit like, hit subscribe. If you want to get involved over on Facebook and Twitter, the links for those down below. And hopefully there'll be more. We've got more fun stuff coming for you guys in the coming weeks. So we're very busy, so you can enjoy looking forward to all that stuff coming. And until next video, I'll see you then.